Hello everybody, welcome to Bad Bit Games, where you talk about all things game news, reviews, and unboxings. I'm your host, Joseph, and it is here where we're going to talk about, break down, give my impressions of the Summer Game Fest 2020 Unreal Engine 5 reveal. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, Future Joe, start the show. Like we do in every video, I want to talk to you about my thoughts walking in, my thoughts walking out, and all those things in between. So with that, let's talk about my expectations, because man, oh man, Geoff Keighley, when he's just like, this is one of the defining moments, this is the most get hyped moment of Summer Game Fest, I was extremely hyped. Because when we're thinking of game reveals, we're thinking of actual game reveals. When we're seeing these big festivals or like E3 or whatever have you, these big events, we're thinking games are going to be attached to it because this is the video game industry. And we saw a lot of rumors and speculation on, like GameStop Italy saying that there's possible a PlayStation 5 exclusive being shown off today, and some other people saying that this is a big moment in games. And I think with that, we got our expectations a little bit built up too high. Is that on Geoff? Is that on myself? I think there's somewhere in between, but what we got was not a game. It was a showcase of a demo running off the PlayStation 5. So this game doesn't exist whatsoever, but it's trying to show you what the next generation of games is going to look like. And right off the bat, if you're coming in bummed out, I totally understand why you're bummed out. I was kind of let down in the beginning as well, as it's revealed that this was not just a demo, but this is Unreal Engine 5 working as we can see it work in the next generation. So let's get into what I saw, what impressed me, my reactions of. Let's get right into it. So the first minute, they talk about what they're going to showcase for you guys, right? They're going to show you dynamic lighting. They're going to show you movie quality images being scanned in simply and easily for devs to take advantage of. They're going to show you their new sound system, their new predictive animation software, all the stuff. And let's break it down piece by piece. First thing we see this woman. She's in a cavern, a cave, and right in front of her is a chasm. Like it's just like an opening within the cave, and there's a beam of light. Right then and there, you're getting to see all that ray tracing goodness, right? Looked beautiful. Simply put, this is what I kind of wanted to see from the Inside Xbox reveal, truth be told, because technically, though this is a demo, I'm actually getting to see what games are going to theoretically look like in next gen, and seeing the ray tracing in action, I was impressed. Shadows looked really great. And what they also said is that the rocks on the side, those are actually scanned in a movie quality image. Those are 8K textures right there, scanned in 4K. So right off the bat, the environment looked beautiful. It looked next gen to me. And again, that dynamic lighting, I believe they called it the Lumina tech. It was impressive. Then she enters further into the cave, where you're getting to see the sound as like rocks kind of collapse within the cave itself. It sounded beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This is also kind of what I want to see, or hear rather, from next generation, is how the tech is going to advance in my earlobes, and it was impressive. They said that they scanned in sounds from an actual cave, the reverbs of how it echoes throughout a cavern into the game, and it sounded really beautiful, and that's something you can experience as a gamer. I really dug it. Then she enters this loading screen. It's like her trying to squeeze into something. I'm smarter than that, Unreal. Come on. And you see bats fly. Fast forward a little bit into it. You also see bugs reacting to light. They say that the bats and the bugs act as particles reacting to each other. The bats are just reacting to the environment, and the bugs that you're hitting with the ray of light, that's not scripted. That is all just the engine at work, which is really cool to see how natural things are going to feel, and more lifelike maybe even in video games. That's super cool. Her climbing up that mountain, they said that they have predictive foot patterns. So like if you're climbing something, the animation should predict, hey, this image is climbing something, so it's going to make it feel or look more lifelike, which is totally cool. And then they show you this giant statue. And they said that this was an image out of, I believe they called it ZBrush, which I'm not familiar with the platform, but usually I believe that is associated with movies. And so we're seeing a program that is usually for high-end movies. I'm thinking like Endgame, and it's being thrown into a video game without any effects to the frame rate, any effects to how the game looks. It's not getting downscaled. It's just there in all of its polygon goodness. They're like over 100 million polygons. And I'm like, I'll take your word for it. Enters this temple, and then she gets on this ledge. And then we'll fast forward a little bit here. She jumps off, takes a leap of faith, and you're just seeing buildings collapse while she's just zooming past them, particles in the sky, lighting bouncing off of images. You're seeing everything that they talked about right there in that one scene. And then she enters a portal, and bam, we have then Tim Sweeney talking and sipping his Popeyes cup, which, Tim, I'm a little concerned. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, man. Okay, look at my hair. All right, how are you eating Popeyes? Look at me. And I'm saying I'm concerned for you. All I'm saying, Tim, is I'm concerned for you. With that, Tim Sweeney then announced that it's going to be open for everyone starting 2021. So if you're a small dev out there, you can get your hands on Unreal Engine 5. And that they're going to be migrating Fortnite from Unreal Engine, I believe, 4 to 5 in the coming years to come. I'm saying years to give them some leeway. They didn't give a date on it or what to expect, but at the same exact time, knowing how fast Epic works, we can assume that this is sooner rather than later. And of course, Fortnite will be on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series consoles. So at the end of the day, what were my thoughts? Again, if you're walking in here expecting a game, because let's be honest, Geoff's post was very vague, I understand why you're bummed out. I can understand why you're maybe even angry. Don't give him death threats that I've already seen. That's not a good look for you. And maybe get help, like actual help. But at the same exact time, I walked away impressed, because this is what I want to see. I want to see next gen stuff. And I know this is not what I can expect out the gate, as people still learn not just how to code for, the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, but they learn these engines like Unreal 5 on the fly. That's not going to take, 6 months to learn. That's going to be a learning process that we're going to learn as a community over time. But I at least got to see a glimpse into what the next generation holds, not just for PlayStation, because while watching this, I'm like, it looks good on PlayStation, but what's this going to look like on Xbox? That's what I'm thinking. What's this going to look like on PC? What's going to look like on the most powerful console, the Series X? That's what I was thinking. I was just getting excited for the future of games, which is, at the end of the day, why these reveals are here, to get you excited for the future of gaming. And it got me pumped. I'm so sorry. I didn't walk away depressed or like disappointed. I walked away just pleased with what I saw. Again, I totally see this as like a GDC event that got pushed back, and Geoff was like, I'll take it gladly. But seeing Epic then talk about as well their partnership with PlayStation gets me to think, what are they doing behind the scenes with PlayStation? Because we're seeing PlayStation looks like going over to the PC side with their exclusives. At least we've seen that with Ready Set Heroes, and we're seeing that with Horizon Zero Dawn and a few other games. But what is it going to look like with their partnership in the future? Because Epic had nothing but nice things to say about the PlayStation 5, obviously, but they could have shown this on an Xbox Series X and they didn't. So what's going on behind the scenes? What hands are shaking? What does that mean for the future of games in that direction? That's what I kind of walked away with, the bigger picture image in my mind. But at the end of the day, again, I liked what I saw. I'm not the big tech head, but they said things in plain English enough for me to understand and enough for me to get excited. And I'm ready to see what the future of these engines have and what their impact is going to be for video games. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, that's my thoughts on this event. I thought it was fine. I'm excited. I want to know what your thoughts are down below. Please be respectful to each other. Please, I'm seeing some nasty stuff. I don't want to see nasty stuff, man. Gets me bummed out. But if you want to be harsh and have some criticism, go for it. Let me know in the comment section down below, because here at Bad Big Games, this is not a pedestal. This is a conversation. I want to talk to you all about what your thoughts were on this reveal. Was you disappointed? Are you hyped? Let me know. Comments down below. I could have just said that in the beginning. It would have been way faster. Anyway, if you like what you saw here, we cover all things game news, reviews, unboxings, and we also have the video version of the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players each and every Thursday on YouTube, on iTunes, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody keep your wits about you. Have a nice one.